Hello.
Hi.
Fake bitch.
Hello, guys.
Wait, let me lock the door.
And non-binaries and it's. I know you're watching.
Did you just objectify people?
No, I'm calling out the people on my list. They know who they are.
RuPaul.
Yes.
Oh, people you want to push?
Yeah.
Push list?
Yeah.
Push list.
MTV
No?
push list.
Were you
Thank
lying?
you. Anyway, so welcome back to
Oh,
the
that's funny.
weekly
Bam.
BAM show with
Bam.
our host Batul, co-host Batul, co-host Abdurrahman, and our co-host Mustafa. We are BAM here to
Bam.
show you glam.
Oh god. Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh no.
And we would like to
Yes.
welcome you to our very first, but not last, podcast, which is part of our
Say
alternating.
that again, because your audio went out.
Okay.
Did it?
Welcome to our first, but not last, podcast interval, which is part of an alternating bi-weekly act of music reactions and podcasts. Very, very crazy channel.
Does that mean next
That
week we're gonna have
is.
music to react to?
Please,
I
we don't
mean,
logistics, we work with what we have. And right now, what we have is a topic that we want to talk about.
Yes.
Now, before I start, I would just like to thank our 32 viewers once again for going very hard, by the way. What the hell?
I have something to say.
Please do.
Say.
We're gonna have to update that number. Because our Renaissance reaction is currently sitting at 67 views.
Wow, that's crazy.
What?
So we can't say 32 anymore.
We really
Thank you to
can't.
our
it
67
doubled.
viewers. By the way,
Crazy.
that's actually like
Yeah.
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Who are you? And are you
Valid.
actually sitting through 2 hours?
Did you click
they're not.
and
No, they're
close
not.
the video?
No, I have the statistics. The Renaissance, what's it called? Watch time is better. I think it's around like 12 minutes, which is pretty good. Because the what's it called? The Twice video was like
That's insane.
3-4 minutes. So yeah, we're doing better.
As long
We're doing better.
as
too
long as we're
funny.
doubling something.
Yes.
We double and we double time, even triple. 4 minutes to 12
I mean,
minutes. That's triple. Hello. Thank
period.
you.
Yes.
Thank
yes.
To be
you.
fair.
But smart move.
Yes.
Until the show can become cohesive, we don't expect viewers, but we welcome.
No, this one especially because it's not a reaction.
There we call you guys our fans.
I think we dare.
An
We dare.
excellent segue.
We're being very daring by doing that, but we are being very
today.
bold today.
No,
And
but
we
too, that
are
was a segue to
be
our topic.
talking about
Fandom.
Your segues are somehow getting worse.
Okay, that was
Abdurrahman.
pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was amazing. It was so fluid.
Yeah.
Or gets you to sleep at night.
Let's try again. Abdurrahman, reclip this.
Oh god.
I'm not. It's organic. It's organic. It's staying how it is.
We don't
Fine,
edit anything out. Nothing
I'm
at
gonna
all.
do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
I'm scared.
There we call you 67 viewers or fans. Now, speaking of fans, this leads us to our podcast topic today, which is fandom.
Fandoms.
And stanship. I feel like this is a new term.
So, when you hear the word fandom, Batul, what do you think of?
What do I think of? For some reason, all the rabid ones come to mind.
Mhm.
So all of the rabid fan bases, the ones that kind of take devotion to their chosen, object of affection, I guess, a little too far. So BTS Army, Directioners, Guilty, hi. Um,
Mhm.
a lot of rabid fan bases. Like that's almost always, or like I don't know, the very like commercial type of fandom, like the Potterheads and stuff.
The Potterheads.
It's weird. It's a wide range.
Uh-huh.
See,
All
you say
right.
it's a wide range, but for some reason I noticed that my brain goes to music immediately. But then I
Mm,
thought about it. It's like it's more than that because like the most random thing has fans, like fucking football teams. That's insane to me.
that's true.
Die-hard fans, like actually die-hard fans.
You know the shit that you see
Yeah.
on Stan Twitter? Like
Yes.
Pop era, like Taylor could never. You know what I saw today
Mhm.
that really shook me? And I'm like, oh, this is perfect for today's like topic because I was not like I knew that this thing existed, but to see it on Twitter, like have the same effect was insane. I saw like Messi and Cristiano fans fighting on Twitter
No, they do that
about who has
regularly.
Why were
better
It's
they
stats.
crazy.
fighting?
Basically, it was showing like how many goals they scored, and
Uh-huh.
it was basically showing how Messi's better, even though he scored less, but his ratio is better, like score to how many games he
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
played. So people were fighting about that in the comments. I'm like, this is so like Stan Twitter music to me. Like when people compare stats, like my fave is better. But I feel like with football is like more objective, I guess. But it was just a
I
weird experience
guess.
to see that happen. I'm like, the straights do this? Like to me, this is such a gay thing. Like, what are they doing?
It is.
I I wanna backtrack for 1 minute. Uh, Point out a word that you mentioned. You said stan Twitter, and I wanna particularly focus on the word stan. Like my view on fandom is a group of people who like really enjoy something and they like to talk about it, address it, and share it around with everyone. What you guys described like coincides more with my like particular understanding
Mm,
of what a stan is, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So like would you say you guys personally make that distinction between like a fandom and a stand? Your thoughts?
Mm.
The thing
I
is, you're
mean,
right.
I don't think it's yeah.
Talk, talk.
No, talk. I didn't know
Okay.
who they were asking.
I said that
Ah,
too.
Oh, no, go ahead, Abdurrahman.
the thing is, there is that distinction, but to me, I don't see fans anymore. I feel like everyone's insane and is a stan. Like there's no more casual enjoying shit. You have to fight to the death. It's genuinely insane. And because I'm on Twitter every day, I see it. Even though like I don't have like a fan or a stan account, you still see it because I still like follow things that I like, and people are gonna be
Yeah.
fighting in the comments. So I feel like
I mean,
it used to be more. Well, I don't know. Maybe Twitter like exaggerates everything. I'm sure fans still exist,
mm,
Definitely.
but I feel
Hmm.
that's what I see most. So to me, like when you say fan, my brain just sees stands. So I guess there is that distinction, but it's
fair,
like I have to like actively make it.
No. I definitely like the
fair.
thing is I definitely agree with you. But like let's say more semantically speaking,
Mm-mm.
like I feel like the distinction is important just because of the nature of the people who like describe themselves as like set stan or set fan of something.
Mm-hmm.
Like uh, I guess I'll start by saying, like, for example, I'm a big fan of K-pop, you know,
Mm.
like big part of who I am at this point in my life.
Lots of
But
prayers, girl.
What'd you say?
thoughts and
Lots of
prayers.
prayers.
Oh, not thoughts and
But
prayers.
at the same time, I would not necessarily associate myself directly with any of the like groups as fandom, the groups that I like
Mm,
as fandoms necessarily, just because I don't like how they behave. You know, like
Aren't you a once?
yeah, like I
Is that
will
what they're called?
use
Is
I
that what they're called?
twice fans, yes.
Yeah.
That's really funny. I like that.
uh So like yeah, for example, I self-identify as a ones, as a Moa, as a Fear Not, as a Dive. Uh, like there's a lot of I actually no, that's about it. I think like particular groups that I would say like I'm a big fan of, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I would not identify with other members of these fandoms just because I
Mm,
don't necessarily like how they behave or how I see their behaviors online. Like
Mm.
there's a level insanity that we like kind of reach. Now, but you mentioned when you were talking about your description or your understanding of the word fandom,
yeah.
armies, for example. So you're familiar with how K-pop fandoms operate.
Wait.
Would
Somewhat familiar. I think that, I mean, I think when you experience, sorry, no, wait,
Oh no
see
no.
what
I
you're
feel
saying?
like okay. Before we get into like all that, I feel like everyone should expose themselves, would like be open with like what their stands of, like lay all their cards on
Okay,
the table. Okay, so Batul, you go,
okay.
because I'm
ooh,
very curious about
Oh
this.
God. I mean, I'm less and less a stan. Like I would never go as far as having like a stan account
Yeah.
or I mean there are people whose like content or whose material I enjoy more than others in their field or like I know too much about it or I like have like some amount of time dedicated to said artist or said whatever, you know. But I would never call myself like a stan. I feel
Fan.
like it's a dirty word
mhm,
almost.
Oh my god.
Like no. Yeah, it never like reaches that level of dedication. But I think like I mean I was 13 when like One Direction kind of
No, I'm
was
talking
in
about
the
now,
now.
currently.
God, not much to be honest. I feel like I enjoy most things in moderation. But
Yeah.
Arctic Monkeys, I feel like I'm quite a
Uh,
hardcore fan. Radiohead, unfortunately, as well. It is the way it is. But at the same time, I don't feel like any guilt or like
yeah.
shame about like the way that the rest of the fan base may behave
mhm,
because like there is like a different reputation for each you know artist and their fan base and their age range and their whatever. Radiohead fans are known as being very, very sad, virgins, incels sometimes.
No
Kind of
way.
concerning.
I
No, it
did not
is.
know
It's
this.
true. Yeah, I know. Very like exclusive with their music taste. They really do think that they're better than everyone else.
Okay.
Which, you know, fair.
Are
But
you
yeah,
admitting
like
to
I
that?
don't really no, I'm not admitting to that. I just I don't know. I feel like I enjoy it very moderately. I don't
mhm.
have that level of dedication towards anything.
Okay.
I had dark spot in my history, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Mine, I would
Abdurrahman.
say if I had to pick three, it would be Arianka. I love her. Uh,
Bianca.
yeah, Jasmine Sullivan.
Mm.
Why
Um,
aren't you leading with her?
no, because she's the top. Like,
She's the underground artist.
no. No, they're talking about the one and only Beyonce.
Mm. Oh, of
You know,
course.
yeah. No, because
Did you not see? I said Beyonce. Like I know
no,
you're gonna say Beyonce, Ariana, and Jasmine Sullivan. Like I
yeah,
know.
yeah. No, but I just want to save her for last. Like she's,
Okay.
like I want to make that impact. So yeah.
Hmm.
An Arianator, a Beehive, and
Um,
Jasmine fans are called.
Window.
called what?
A window.
Window.
So stupid. The one Jasmine Sullivan song I know. I was like,
Oh, I bust
sure,
your windows.
your window.
I actually don't know what her fan base is, but it's me, myself, and I.
Is it that? I mean,
So yeah.
Matters
So now
few.
that you know what we're into, I'd say like the close. Actually, Chloe and Halle, I feel like would qualify like fan. Also the newest edition I would say is Doja Cat. Best I wouldn't qualify myself
oh.
as a fan of her because honestly I don't know like her earlier music. So like
Mm.
I feel like you have to if you want to call yourself a stan. But it goes only so far. Like I'm excited about all these artists, but I don't have like a fan account. Do I interact with them? Yes, I do, because I feel like the Beehive calmed down. And I think I know why they calmed down. Like they're not as rabid as like other fan bases
They're
anymore,
deprived.
because I feel like Beyonce humbled them, because she was like, I'm not gonna do any promotion. I'm not gonna appear anywhere. So like they can't really do much. And because like we have people like Taylor Swift who like destroys every time she releases music, it's like I feel like the Beehive has been
Crazy girl, by
humbled
the
a
way.
long time ago. So all they can do is just listen to the music and beg her for visuals. Also, there is beef between Beyonce and the Beehive right now.
What?
Sure, there is. Isn't there
Why?
always some
Yeah,
level of beef?
they're always fighting. Beyonce and the Beehive never get along. Currently it's because of the visuals. She has not released them and people are mad. So
Are
Maybe
you
there's
mad?
something coming. I mean, I don't
here's
think that the wait is never worth it with Beyonce. Usually it is. So relax.
that's the thing. I'm still enjoying the album, so like I'm good. Would I love to see visuals?
Visuals, of
Yes.
course.
But here's the thing. I feel like I'm deprived in the sense of she doesn't like do appearances anymore. I feel like it'd be fun to see her like, I don't know,
Doing an interview?
like play password or something.
Yes. No, she's so funny. If only.
That was around the 2000s. So yeah, that's where
I
I'm
like
currently
it
at.
when Beyonce's human. It's fun.
See, I'd love to see that, but we're never gonna see that
I
again.
like it when she interacts with like people.
I mean,
Yeah.
what was it? The wearable arts gala? Like she actually took pictures
Oh
with people,
yeah.
which was insane.
Yeah. Yeah, but she also like I felt like she didn't speak the entire time. Like I don't know, I had a feeling that she just didn't talk much. She just existed.
To who?
And everyone just soaked it in.
No,
No,
no, no,
just
no.
in general. I feel like she was there, but she
Yeah,
wasn't talking.
no, that's what I thought. And then remember that black gay guy from the Ellen show?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, I saw him.
No.
He was there. He met her. Well, he
I don't
talked about
believe
how
it.
no, and he
I'm
said
joking.
he was surprised at how much she talked. I was surprised at how much she talked because I didn't know she was
Yeah.
talking to people.
I didn't see anything, therefore I'm not gonna
We
buy
didn't.
it.
That's the thing. We need proof. We need proof of this.
I want to hear
Yeah.
her laugh now.
And then when it comes to Ariana, like she's currently doing a movie, so no music.
She's changing race again, which is always fun.
So
Where's she from now?
they call her Arigato Grande. So where do you think she's from? Yeah. Okay.
By the
Since we're
way,
talking about fandoms,
it's so blatant. It's not even funny.
yeah.
It's just
But
shocking.
since we're talking about fandoms, I
Insane.
have to say the most entertaining are the Arinators. They all
They're insane.
like
Oh.
because genuinely I have never seen a normal tweet come from an Arinator. They always have the most insane stories, the most insane lives. Wasn't the fridge bitch an Arinator?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
she was.
yes. Yes, she was.
By the way, the fridge bitch for our listeners. Can someone like at least explain that? Because that's kind of insane.
I got you. I got you. I
It is a
wrote
pretty
for
insane
her.
like
I wrote for
reference in
her. I
passing.
die for her. So the fridge bitch is a bitch. She was on Stan Twitter. She's like she had an Ari Stan page, and if I'm not mistaken, at the time her mom confiscated her phone for some reason, and they had like a smart fridge at home, and so she tweeted from the fridge. She was like, "Hi guys, I'm sorry, my mom took away my phone, and I won't be able to talk to you guys for a while." And then, like, you know how when you tweet a tweet or when you read a tweet, it says where the tweet came from, like Twitter for iPhone, Twitter for Android. This one said LG Smart Fridge. And it was shocking and insane. Everyone wanted a follow-up. So then she gave us a follow-up, but this time from her 3DS, which was
Funniest
actually
thing in
crazy.
the world.
No, actually crazy. I don't know how she
Insane.
did it. Like she has so much power, you know, she travels time and space. She was like, guys, I'm fine. I just can't talk to you right now. And you can see Nintendo 3DS Twitter. Why? Why?
I think even at some point there was proof of the fridge being the Twitter user, basically. Like someone took a picture of the fridge with like Twitter like signed in on the smart fridge screen.
Because
I
people
thought
were
like they were
doubting her.
lying, but no, it's
People
real.
thought she was lying. But this is the thing that like you can use a smart fridge for, because they have
Really
like
funny. See,
they
this
have
is what
like
I'm
an
talking about.
interface.
This is the dedication that I will never reach for anyone. I have been let down by musical artists way too many times for me to be dedicated in any sense. The most I will do is streaming music. Maximum.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have a confession.
Confess.
I'm in a Beehive
Repent.
Twitter group. Like,
No way.
here's the thing.
Period.
When it comes to Beyonce, she doesn't do anything. So it was active after Break My Soul, and then when Renaissance came out, and then silence. And every once in a while, people will be
Fair.
like, this chat is so dead. What am I supposed to do? I can't create
Talk.
content. I can't create content. Talk about what? Our desperation?
I don't know, like theories and stuff.
Oh, that happens in the community.
Because
I'm
to
also
be
in the
fair,
community.
I feel like the most active fan base, even when given nothing to work with, are the Swifties.
Oh yeah, because
They're
they think everything
insane.
is
They
a
will
hint.
spin a narrative about everything. It is so funny, but 9 times out of 10, they're right, which is scary. 9 times out of 10, Taylor Swift does go that far into like detailing everything before she really like 3 years in advance to plan out like an album release or how
pretty
to
well.
go about it and Easter eggs and little. She's insane, and her fan base is equally insane. Like genuinely perfect match.
I mean, she is pretty insane because remember, like, I think it was the 1999 era when she invited them to her house.
Yeah,
Oh,
That was a
that
thing.
she's the for listening parties. Yeah,
Is that
I
safe?
would never do that.
Is that
I
safe?
mean, I'm sure there were safety precautions taken,
Yeah.
but I think has she done that like multiple times? I feel like she has.
She has. It happened multiple times.
Right?
Yes,
That's
it
what I
did.
remember.
Considering
Well,
how current and relevant this information is, I'd like to address the Swifties actually.
let's.
So, as you guys know, as of the time of show, Taylor Swift has released an album not too long ago. I think it was Friday, right? Which was 4 days ago. She released her newest album, Midnight. And the Swifties, God bless them, they have been keeping it relevant on Twitter until this moment, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, I understand that it's been 4 days, but to see it dominate my entire Twitter feed, I find ridiculous. They do not stop talking. So crazy.
Are you ready for this?
Do you have some thoughts?
Yeah, because you said dominate Twitter. Forget about Twitter. First of all, when she released the album, she broke like so many records. Like I feel like every song broke a different record. The album broke records, obviously. And I feel like not this week, next week, either Monday or Tuesday, it's predicted that the Billboard Hot 100, the charts.
Yeah.
She's predicted to have 9 of the top 10 spots. That has never happened in life before. And I think the album sold 1 million already, and it's her 5th album since the Reputation era to sell 1 million in the first week.
No.
What?
It's crazy.
No, like the
But I think
Swifties
that
are so rich.
it's
I feel.
fair.
What is going on?
To be completely honest.
Honestly, I feel like they get fed the most. Like this is what her second album this year. I mean, if Red does count as a new album because of all the new material on it.
Stuff, yeah, true, fair.
Yeah. And like
T-Swizzle.
and not to mention Evermore, Folklore.
Yeah, pretty
that
recent, like back to back.
Back to back. So
Yeah,
she keeps them fed. So all the money she lost in masters, I think she made it back already, like fully.
I'm sure she has. Also, like I think it's really smart. Like she doesn't lose momentum. She's constantly releasing music. Kind of wild.
Don't you think?
And considering that she already had a lot of material to work with in the first place, like it was probably not as difficult for her, like compared to like having to write new music. You know what I mean? She was able to like restart her life like independently,
Mm.
musically, of course, after the whole debacle.
Yeah.
And like honestly, good for her. She's a very smart woman, and good for her fandom who got whatever they want.
Here's the thing.
We're happy for them.
Now we make the distinction between stan and fan. I'm not a Taylor Swift stan,
Mhm.
but I'm a Taylor Swift fan, I would say. And here's the
Okay.
thing. I'm a fan of two albums that have not been re-released yet. Reputation and my favorite album
1989.
of hers, 1989. Not gonna lie, I listened to that version because it's the only one that's available. Listen,
Eventually, you have the other version.
listen.
Oh,
I mean,
So take
that's the
comfort in
thing.
knowing that,
She's
you know,
releasing
it'll
shit
happen.
that I'm like, okay, when is this gonna happen? Am I gonna be dead before
Okay,
this happens?
but are you caught up with how Swifties are like trying to dissect which album is going to be re-released next?
I mean, I watched the first.
a lot of
two-
markers around 1989 being the next album to be re-released.
I've
But
been
then
hearing
again, a
about
lot
that.
about Speak Now.
See,
I'm hearing a lot about Speak Now.
I don't know about her country eras. See, that's the thing. Fan, not stan.
I do.
Fan, not stan. So I care about like her mainstream pop shit.
wait,
Yeah.
I want to check something while you guys say this. I had a Taylor Swift album when I was young, and we used to listen to it in the car. I just want to look at the cover art so I can recognize it.
But you would guess
This is
which one it
Mustafa's
is.
B-Day.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it's Fearless.
Fearless. Yep, it's Fearless.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's
I
so
knew you'd
good.
get it. I knew you'd get it.
That's so
That's
good.
so crazy.
Wait, what songs were on Fearless?
No, but I remember like listening to this album as a kid, like having it in the car, playing it in our old ass, like ragged ass car. And me and my sisters were just jamming to Taylor Swift. Kind of crazy. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm a Taylor Swift fan, not gonna lie. I do listen to some of her music occasionally, usually when other people play it. These people. But other than that, I don't seek out Taylor Swift music. Now, just to retrace our steps, I feel like we're diving more into Taylor Swift rather than
Yeah. I mean, she is the
I
moment
mean,
currently.
she is pretty incredible to be completely honest.
oh,
Fair,
absolutely,
fully fair.
absolutely. But I've been hearing from non-fans of Taylor Swift or just like casual listeners of Taylor Swift. Like I'm talking about what I've seen on Twitter so far, as in tweets that have been trending, that a lot of people aren't necessarily enjoying the Midnight's album, right?
I can't
Midnight?
speak.
Midnight.
Yeah, Midnights. I can't speak on
Um,
that because I've only listened to like half of the album.
I haven't listened to it yet.
No, but
which is
this isn't the point I'm trying to
Oh, okay, okay.
sad.
us. The point is the response by Swifties. It's insane. It's genuinely crazy. Even
Oh,
addressing these people. Like, for example, someone's like, I did not enjoy this song. That's it. This is the tweet. And someone's like, fuck you. I hope you die. I dare you to make a song, you stupid bitch. And I'm like, why? Where does all this hostility come from? Like, Taylor Swift is a very well-established artist, record-breaking, like award-winning, like very well-celebrated
like what are you
artist.
fighting for?
Exactly. Like, you're not defending an underground, like
Literally.
non-mainstream artist.
I saw a
So
tweet
why
of
do they
someone
react
admitting
like
that.
that?
I saw a tweet admitting, like
I-
the guy was saying, I defend Taylor Swift exactly like you said. Like she's this underground artist. Only to remember, like I think they were quote tweeting like a tweet about her breaking like whatever record she was breaking at that moment, and they were like,
Yeah.
when she's literally the most powerful person in music right now. So like, why all this energy?
And that's
Fair.
that's part
Again.
of this discussion. It's why do stands behave this way? Like I've genuinely tried so hard, specifically in my K-pop fandoms and like relevant medias, to understand the mentality behind how you address certain things. If someone says, I don't like this, oh, I prefer this song over that song, why is the response just hostile? Can anyone give any insight?
I mean, I think that fandom in general, or finding a community through some piece of media or some artist that you enjoy is important on a lot of levels. It gives you a sense of
Definitely.
community. You have people to talk about like things that interest you. I don't think it's necessarily a negative way, but when it turns into people defending this piece of media or whatever with every morsel of their being, it gets a little excessive. But I do think that a lot of these like reactions are kind of, I don't know. I think they're like very individual, you know. Yeah, and it's a lot of some fan bases have like a relatively young fan base, but they feel their
Mhm.
attachment is like kind of part of forming their identity, or there's a devotion in it that is unlike everything else. There's the whole element of parasocial relationships, which is just feeling like you know this person, you know this artist, you know them better than anyone, and you feel that kind of connection with them that isn't reciprocal.
Mm.
I think that can definitely like veer into very odd territory.
Here's the thing: the Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
like the reaction that you just mentioned, is like I think a standard, like normal, like reaction from
It
Stan fans.
is.
They do get aggressive.
Yeah.
Honestly,
They
sometimes.
don't dox anyone as much as the Barbs do.
Thank you. Batul, you took the words out of my mouth.
Literally.
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
you have people like let's say Selena, who tells her fans, "Don't do this," because for some
Let's
reason,
do
like
this.
they want to kill Hailey Bieber. They want to literally murder
Yep.
her. And then you have people like Nicki Minaj, who not only
Urges her fans.
she encourages, she likes, she replies, she participates. Watching her Twitter is genuinely insane because it doesn't feel like an artist speaking. Like, think of any of her peers doing the same thing that she's doing. And when you have your fave doing that, what does that give the fans? It gives them permission to act that way and even do worse. Because I watched this YouTuber, Super Freaky Girl, when it came out and she did like the VMA performance. She said that she didn't like
She
the
did?
song. Yeah. She got the Video Vanguard Award.
I didn't say that.
The whole VMAs was about her.
Here come the Barbs.
And she hosted it. She said her performance wasn't good, and she said she didn't like the song. That's all she said. And she comments on like pop culture in general. Like it's not a Nicki, like anti-Nicki account.
Would you mention this person's YouTube name?
Her name is wait. I think her name is Nicole. Wait, give me a second. Nicole. What's her name? Wait. I'll just search Nicole. Shut up. Fuck. Okay, let me talk about it first, and then I'll mention her name.
Yeah, sure.
I'll find it. Okay. So basically, after she said this, she started getting death threats. Pretty standard. She got doxxed.
For the Barbs.
She got doxxed. She got fat shamed. And people were found out where her nieces go to school. And they were like, we're gonna come and shoot their school up. Like it got so bad. I think the fat shaming post Nicki liked or a quote tweeted interacted with it in some way.
Amazing.
And she said, I'm gonna pursue legal action because this is genuinely insane. So I don't know what happened since then, because this happened in like late August or like early September. But to see it reach that level, like it's never that serious. And what bothers me the most about Barbs, they are old. They are in their 20s. When you see people, they're your age, you're like, we should not be acting like this. You have jobs.
Nope.
Or you need to be looking for jobs.
Yeah.
Or you have like a degree to finish. You have something to do with your life. Like the way I interact with Stan Twitter is I honestly use it as like news to find out if like some like the artist that I like released something, announced something.
Yeah.
That's what I use it for. And like just to be excited with the new content with people. Okay. Where do we draw the line between that and then doxing people, threatening them, And like not even it was just an opinion. She didn't even shit on Nikki. Even if she does, I'm sure she does shit on her, like with her husband choice and all that.
Of course.
But how do you defend that? Even like recently when she had like Nikki versus Lotto, and then Lotto
Oh
questionable
yeah.
because she was like, I'm not, she mentioned like her husband or something, rape, whatever. And then Nikki was like, you guys have the same two drugs about me, and one of them isn't even about me. Who is it
Yeah,
about,
like I
Nikki?
didn't rape anyone.
Who is it about, Nikki? Yeah, she literally said, I didn't rape anyone. I
Yeah.
only inspire people, and you're one of them, bozo. I'm like, first of all, let's go back to one of them is not about me. Who is this about? Just say who it's about. That's all I want to know. And then a lot of people
Your
use
husband
this.
cannot be near a school and you're telling us no. That woman is 40 years old. I'm sorry. If you're expecting any amount of like sanity to come from her, wrong. So if you're expecting sanity to come from her fan base, sorry to
That's
inform
the
you,
thing.
you're not
That's the
finding
thing.
much. Like you're not.
Exactly. And this this recently happened. It was so embarrassing. Doja was on live, and like Nikki kept like typing shit, and one of the things she typed was
Yes.
Nikki is the queen of rap, and people were like she forgot to log into her burner account, because that's so random. Why would she just leave that comment on the live? So yeah, that's how I feel
Listen,
when it comes to barbs. They get on my last nerve. I cannot stand them. They're so annoying. They don't think. They just anything she does, they're like, okay, after you, my queen. Like, have some fucking logic, have some fucking brain. I'm
no one
really
can
mad.
dispute the
I'm
fact that
really
she
mad.
is a wordsmith or was a wordsmith. I don't know about her recent stuff. بشكل عام, she is pretty iconic and pretty. How are we supposed to translate that for our international audience?
Wait, what did you just say?
Anyway, did you hear any of that?
Eh,
Or was I just talking to myself?
Sure.
eh.
Sure.
Okay, say it again. Say it again.
I forgot. Wait, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember anything. It's over. Wait. No, yeah, I actually can't remember anything.
It's
No
absolutely
joke there.
fine. Guys, we'll get back to you after this short break. See you in a couple of minutes.
Ah, I didn't know.
Period.
Oh no. This is
Okay, okay.
Period.
welcome back. Thank you guys so much for waiting. Although for you, this is just going to be non-stop.
Yes.
So for now, we would like to ask more questions or things that intrigue us in fandoms and fandom spaces. Abdurrahman, would you like to
Okay.
lead us into this?
So this is more of a like never mind. Okay, I'll pause until she comes. This is insane.
There's no way.
Okay, she's back.
Flip your camera.
I'm back. Hi.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm sorry.
As I was saying, okay, so
Sorry,
this
guys,
is
we ran into
more
some technical difficulties.
okay, this
Go
is
ahead.
more
As
of
per
a like
use.
go back to your roots type of question. So, what was the first fandom you were a part of? Let's start with who? Batul.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you did mention it earlier, I think.
I did mention it. I did mention it. I was a believer for a very short period of time, like up until My World 2.0, which is like its second, third album, I think. I could be lying. Anyway. But I was a directioner for a longer stretch of time. And I was a directioner in the early beginnings. The first, like, let's say 3 albums, and then I departed.
Mm.
But yeah, like there was such a like I don't know. I feel like it was not as insane as it became later on. It was a lot less excessive. I mean, at some point, you know, the most you could do, like for example, okay, like this is as far as I went with my personal devotions. So a lot of the boys would have specific outfits that they would often wear. So for example, Zayn would
God.
often be seen wearing plaid shirts and red pants. Louis would wear striped shirts and red pants.
It's kind of
And Harry would
insane.
wear like a blazer with like a white shirt or whatever. But what I did is I replicated all of their outfits intentionally. I don't think you understand how far I went to get like every single outfit exactly the way that I wanted it. Insane. I also didn't use like spoons for a year because Liam Payne had a phobia from spoons. I didn't cheat. I wish I were joking. You know about this. I genuinely did not use a
I
spoon,
didn't
not
cheat.
one, for an entire year.
She didn't relapse.
We celebrated, my friend and I baked a cake and celebrated Niall's birthday on our own. We didn't even publicize that information. We just did it for funsies. I read fan fiction.
Did you even post it?
I did my nails with like One Direction, you know, like little designs and stuff.
You were like a
I
full
watched
on.
their the X Factor video diaries on the regular. Like, you know, I don't think you understand devotion. But then I guess I just kind of lost interest in them, and this was like before Zayn left.
Mm.
I had tickets and I didn't go and see them live. Yeah, it just faded. And
That's
fine.
insane that you bought the tickets, but by the time the show happened, you were already like
I
not
was
a
not
fan.
a fan anymore, and Zayn had left, so I was like, you know.
By the way, they should have given refunds to like people that
who
wanted
lost
them.
interest. People who wanted to see Zayn.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
they did continue making music for a while after he left.
they did, but that's like you signed the contract
Mm.
and then they changed something. That's a breach.
I think I sold my tickets to my friend, the one that I baked the cake with. Funnily enough,
Of course.
She was still interested.
yeah,
She's the real
and I
fan.
wasn't.
You flaky
She really
bitch.
is.
On the other end of the British X Factor spectrum, my first fandom was Little X.
They were your first?
That's
Yes.
so
Wow.
It's
cute.
the first that I personally acknowledge as an actual fandom that I was a part of, per se. Again, like my interpretation is that I was a person who avidly enjoyed Little Mix, and I watched everything ever that existed about them. Okay, so when I was in 7th grade, we didn't have Wi-Fi at home, so I used to go to internet cafes to watch Little Mix performances on X Factor weekly. And let me tell you, these were
So
shitty
cute.
internet cafes. Like, there were people jerking off in the stalls. I'm not even kidding. I've seen things that 13-year-old usually sees on the internet, but I saw them in real life. But I wasn't there for that. No, I would go sit my ass down on a computer, type Little Mix X Factor on this keyboard, and just watch. Oh my God, I was so obsessed with them. Went to Virgin, bought their album, memorized every song, like, because they had in the little booklets that came in the
You have
album,
lyrics.
were there, and I was just singing. I made my mom listen to the music. I made my sisters listen to the music. My mom thought Wings is a sexually
Charged.
Charged song.
charged. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're good.
Song, like, spread your wings, my little butterfly. She literally looked at me and was like, "That's so inappropriate." And I was like, "What's
No,
going on?"
I remember the
Like,
lyric.
Spread your
Because
legs.
I remember you mentioning.
Worst.
Mama told me not to waste my what was it?
I think wait,
My feet can't touch the ground, and I can't hear a sound.
but you just keep on running up your mouth.
Your mouth. Yeah. No, that was it. Sorry. I remember, and we had a whole like conversation about it. We were in Wahda Mall's parking lot. I remember that. Not
In the parking lot?
extension, the main Wahda Mall parking lot, because we were listening to it in the car. I was like, I don't care. This is the best thing. I didn't even know what was going on. That's the insane part. I was like, no way, mama.
And it's not even sexual. That's the thing.
It's not like not at all. Like
Adults.
مرة.
Adults.
But DNA was the
Yeah.
first album I ever bought. So there with you.
Can't say that. Taylor Swift came before her.
Oh,
I felt
B-Day
before her.
bootleg
Alyssa
came before her.
No,
But
but
DNA, I still have
own
it.
money. My
You still
own
have
money
your B-Day
DNA.
album?
I also still have the DNA album with all of my One Direction books and all my One Direction related And
Send me like
memorabilia.
memorabilia. Yeah.
I have a whole box. It's crazy. But yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
And I'm happy to say, unlike Batul, I stuck with them even when Jesse left. And after all that drama, I do not care. These girls
I
are
came back,
thing.
to be
I
fair.
love them so much.
Mm.
They are the best. Jesse, we have some beef.
You're not the
That-
best.
And that relates to Nikki, but we're not
Mixers.
gonna get into that. But I just want to use this moment to give a shout out to the mixers for their incredible editing skills, because somehow
Amazing editing
they've been
skills.
able to completely erase Jessie from all their videos.
She never
Post them
existed,
on
which
Twitter.
is wild.
So I just wanted to give like a moment to them. See, now I'm jealous of you guys because you
Deserved.
guys had all these like amazing stories, like with like your early beginnings with stand-ums and
I
like
don't know about amazing.
no. Here's the thing.
I didn't use spoons.
See, but you were so dedicated. For me, I was sheltered for a long time. All I knew was Disney shows, Disney music, occasionally Nickelodeon, but Disney was like my main, like everything that consumed my brain was Disney.
Mm.
So it was just watching stuff, and like the music that was on, that's the music that I liked. So it was mainly like Demi and Selena. And then like I think when I was 12, I like got a Facebook and I'm like, okay, let me be a fan. I'm like, I love Selena Gomez. So I followed her on Facebook. I'm like, I will be updated with every song that Selena releases.
Cute.
And that was around the time where like, when you're ready, come and get it. That song, come and get it.
Oh.
So I was there for that era, the slow down era.
Mm.
But officially, like standing someone, it once I started listening to secular music, it was Demi. So it was still like an extension of Disney.
Disney Channel.
But that was the first time like when I was like listening to music, and it even got to the point where I started posting happy birthday on my Instagram and on Facebook. And around that time, a non-musical artist that I was standing that came from Mustafa actually was Lily Singh. And I stand her so
That
much.
era.
That era. Like it was Demi and Lily simultaneously.
Yeah.
So I was posting their birthdays. I was posting vote for them to win the Teen Choice
Whatever award.
Teen Choice Award, VMA. I was like posting to like get them to win. That's the most I did as a fan. Also, and with Lily, I bought her book that I never read because I'm like, I will support her. And it was like a known fact that I was a fan of her, like in the household. Like everyone knows I'm obsessed with this Indian girl from Canada. And everyone thought I had a crush on her. I didn't. I did not have a crush on her, in fact. And obviously I grew out of that. I grew out of both of them. Demi because she's
It took some time, but it happened.
Yeah. Demi, it was because she's insane and like she doesn't know how to act. She makes everything a big problem and a big deal. She had like once you have beef with yogurt, like I have to leave. Like I don't know what like once you are
Fair.
beefing
No,
with
yeah,
yogurt,
fair.
like what am I supposed to do? And then with Lily, I kind of just grew out of it because I mean, you know, the humor never changed. But the thing is I was still
really
rooting for
didn't.
her even after even after
She
I
got a
left.
talk show and you were like, please, girl,
I'm
make
like,
it work.
yes. And you know, I was watching The Real, Kelly Clarkson, Wendy Williams. I'm like, okay, so I like talk shows. Like you're stepping into my world now. And then I watched it. I'm
You
like,
never left.
this is horrible. I never left, even though all the shows that I watched got canceled. Thank you, Sherry Shepherd, for keeping me alive. That was
I love that.
disappointing. So now I like it's just like a nostalgia thing. It's like I respect what we had. And she never like did anything horrible. With Demi, she did horrible things. I mean, not horrible. I mean,
Pretty bad.
pretty bad. Yeah.
Questionable, at the very least.
Entitled things. Like so much
Yeah.
entitlement. Lily has that entitlement too. So I just swiftly left those. Best Demi, I don't think I ever bought anything. Because see, I wasn't that deep into it. Like you had the nails, you had the memorabilia, the books, the albums.
The book.
I know the first album I bought from an artist, because usually like I don't buy shit. Like it's only recent that I started buying. I bought 2 albums. One of them was the Destiny's Child cassette, and
Yeah.
the other one was the Renaissance box. And that's as far
Right,
as it
yeah.
goes for me. So you guys like, I wish I had like that childhood where I was like fully invested in something and
I
like,
mean,
you
it is
know,
funny to look back on, but I'm sure it cost my parents a lot of money. So not great.
100%.
Mind you, this is me without social media. Like, I didn't have social media. If I had social media, it would have been another.
oh yeah. Oh, so you
Yeah.
didn't even do like the
We
post?
come from
I
a
didn't.
time where we didn't have social media growing up. We had it in our teen
Our
years.
teens, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
14, 15 plus. It's like I'm
I
talking
guess
about like
that's
my
more
stand shit
embarrassing
time was like
because
between like
I guess that makes it more embarrassing for me because I was posting about Lily and what's it called? Demi when I was like 13, 14.
but that's like that was the norm.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw that a lot,
I mean
I
that's
think I posted
Definitely.
who
that
doesn't
for
now?
Florence Welch because I was a big Florence the Machine fan as well. And I do remember like posting a lot of her pictures on Instagram. Definitely.
Oh wow.
But she was my first con. We have a special bond.
Oh, first concert. Let's not talk about first
And she
concert.
was the second album I bought. Crazy.
Wow.
I'm lying. Probably third after Take Me Home, One Direction.
Oh wait, I say I didn't spend money on these artists. I literally went to a Demi concert and a Little Mix concert. What am I talking about?
That you did.
Liar. And she's gone.
Do I pause or do we keep talking? Okay. Holy
I
shit.
really am gonna kill myself.
Okay.
That's fine. We're good.
Again,
But
more
yeah.
technical difficulties, but perfect segue to our favorite part of the podcast, rapid fire review. Here
Yes.
we will be quickly discussing other fandoms unrelated to music that we've been a part of, we've experienced certain interactions with, and some like short, fast, rapid comments about them. So let's go into the book world. I'll lead the way with
Oh.
Twilight. Huge fan, absolute huge fan. My sister was convinced she was a vampire. She literally like this was a whole thing at home. She like
Which
would
one?
Lulu.
Yeah. The way I
Yeah.
knew that because I remember going into her room and she was
Felt-
like, I'm a bookworm.
She took me in like to a Twilight movie. We watched them in the cinema together. Amazing experiences. I would ask questions because she's more aware of things. And she'd hate it because she's like, I'm trying to watch the cinematic masterpiece, and I completely respect that. Because
Absolutely.
on, I entered the Hunger Games world, and oh my god, my favorite world, literally my favorite young adult trilogy. Like nothing compares.
Easily.
Wait, question. You read the books?
Amazing. Yes, I have.
Yes.
Also Twilight. You read the books.
No, Twilight, I did not read the books.
Oh, okay.
I was part of the fandom adjacent to my sister.
Oh, okay. But you
Fair.
love the
Yeah.
movies.
Oh, I absolutely did. I still do. I actually like rewatch clips all the time.
Clips.
Books.
Funnily enough, I also was like a big part of that YA train. Mainly The Hunger Games and Divergent, because that was the age of that. I honestly think I look back on that time with such nostalgia.
Yeah. No, it felt different.
It really did. You can't replicate that
Yeah.
feeling. You really can't.
Absolutely.
I don't think any like YA phase will ever compare to when what's it called? The Hunger Games, Divergent, The Maze Runner. Those books were like ruling it. Cinematically, they were like I remember reading all the Hunger Games books before or like during the time between like the first movie and the second movie, if I'm not mistaken. And then like reading all the Divergent books and being severely disappointed by the movies, but that's another conversation for another time. But yeah, that's it. I never read the Harry Potter books, but I was a big fan of the movies. But then J.K. Rowling decided to run her mouth. And you begin to look back on these pieces of media with a little more critical thinking skills, a little more context, and suddenly you enjoy them a little less. So yeah. I can't say that I'm as big of a fan as Harry Potter than what I used to be. Books wise, again.
Okay. you guys mentioned books. I have an embarrassing book collection because as a teen slash preteen, I was just excited about seeing books in Virgin that were written by people that I watched on YouTube. So if I open this right here, I'm looking at Binge by Tyler Oakley. I'm looking at okay, this one is really hard to admit.
I
I hate
like
I
crazy.
hate my selfie by Shane Dawson.
Of course.
I didn't read it.
Classic.
I didn't read it. We also have A Work in Progress by Connor Franta. I think that was the first one that I bought. I actually did read that
Hey,
one.
icons.
Yeah. And I have Self Health by Miranda Sings. I did actually read that one.
Of course. Of course.
And the last one that I have is How to Be a Bouse by the aforementioned Lily Singh. And it's embarrassing. I've read 2 of these books. I think the 2 that I read are like the most decent people on this list. But when it comes to books that I read, I really love Goosebumps. Like that was my young
God.
adult phase. And I remember like it like in I think the first page was like this book is your ticket to like Goosebumps or whatever. I thought it was like a theme park. I got really excited. Does that exist? Is that a thing?
I don't
No
think
idea.
so.
I still don't know. Still have not been there. And I read one of the what's it called? Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. It's the blue one. What was it called? It's called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever. Yes, it's right here. Also, there is a book that I did attempt to read, which is The Fault in Our Stars. Never finished it.
Yeah. Stop. I was just about to go back to that.
The Fault in Our
Crazy.
Stars.
Yeah. Fault
Didn't
in
even watch
Stars.
the
All the
movie.
John Green era was like in parallel to the Hunger Games stuff. Like I think it was.
Yeah.
There was one.
An
There
insane
was one John
phase.
Green book. Better help me finding something.
Paper Towns. Oh, never mind.
Looking for Alaska.
Paper Towns. No.
Paper Towns.
Maybe that. One of those 2. One
Wait,
of
what did you
those
say? What did you say?
two.
Looking for
I,
Alaska.
Oh,
I think it's.
I had this full collection. Crazy. I just remembered. I had this full collection, like his full works at that
I remember
time.
when
I
I
wanna
bought The
add-
Fault in Our Stars, my mom was like, "Oh, I see this book a lot," because she was teaching in a girls' school at the time. She's like, I
Yeah.
see this book a lot." I kind of felt embarrassed because I'm like, "Is she calling me gay? Like, why?" She's like, "I see all the girls reading this book." So yeah, I felt called out in that moment.
Fair.
Do you want to take it back to
Yeah.
something?
I
No,
just wanted
the-
to say that.
Yeah, speak.
I just want to say that you mentioned Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I read those books from book 1, I think, to book 7. Don't ask me about the titles. Big fan as a kid, as well as
Wow.
Captain Pants. Don't know if anyone remembers
Captain
that.
what?
I don't.
Captain
I didn't experience that.
Underpants.
Vaguely remember.
You know what I did read?
Bro.
The Secret Circle.
I don't
Were
know what
any
you're
of you
talking-
part of that whole
Really?
movement?
I was part of the show.
The show was phenomenal. I can't believe it. They ended it so
Amazing
quickly.
show.
I read
Amazing
the
show.
whole book series.
Are you talking about The Circle on Netflix?
Big fan.
Secret Circle.
No,
It
the
was a
Secret
magic
Circle
show.
specifically.
I don't know.
It was
about
great.
this. I've never heard about
It was
this.
fantastic.
Is there any books that I'm
was
missing?
Speaking
amazing.
of
That's all you need to
shows,
know.
actually, some shows which have
I know what you're gonna talk about.
out fandoms.
I know what you're gonna talk about.
What am I going to talk about?
What's it called? Fuck, I forgot the name of the show. Wait, give me a second. It's the 2 names. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Yes, hate those guys. Hate those guys. The fans. I mean, the show.
Yeah, the fans. I don't know anything about the
Sort
show.
of love-hate relationship. Personally, I used to enjoy the show. Right now, I'm not necessarily enjoying it, but I'm just watching it out of commitment because I have to finish a show that I started. It's just like unfortunate, but I watched the entirety of Good Girl, right? That's the Zoe Chanel show.
Yes.
New Girl.
Oh, New Girl.
New Girl. I watched the whole show. I did it from season 1, but I just have to finish it.
I wish I had that. I really don't.
What
TV
else?
shows.
I feel like Love Island has a big fan base,
It does.
but I like them. They're funny people. They're
Yeah.
very good
There was a
people
scandal in Love
actually
Island
online.
fandom recently.
What?
One
What
of
was it?
the main commentators, Batsu, do you know about this? Remember?
Okay.
What's his name? Murad, the guy in the UK. He does
yeah,
watch
yeah.
parties.
Yes.
He does
Yes, I know him. I know
Yes, wait, I know about
talked
that. Yeah,
about
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah.
before.
he does
Insane.
watch parties. He talks about it on YouTube. He tweets about it, live tweets. And then all the race play, master slave sex work
Ew.
that he was doing came out, and it was weird. And yeah, so that's
Yeah.
this that
I
fandom.
feel like Love Island, like it's not a fan base as much as it's just like a mass watching, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
They all watching the same like piece of media at the same time.
Yeah,
But it doesn't make I don't think there's like a fan base, if that makes
yeah.
sense.
No,
I get it.
yeah, I get it. Because
Yeah.
most people are like grown, so they're just talking about the show,
Yeah.
and like once it's done, they're done. Like I don't think
Yeah.
there's like sats.
But some other notable shows, Pretty Little Liars, The Vampire Diaries, both both fandoms I was a part of.
Never stepped into that territory,
Discussing-
thank God.
Discussing these shows with people at school. So you know this was a thing. This was a movement, theorizing who's A, what's gonna
Oh,
happen.
She just remembered something. Oh God, what is this? What is
I
this?
just remembered how we talked about fandoms this entire time and didn't even talk about Super Hula as just an entity on the internet and on Tumblr.
I don't even know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
Supernatural,
no.
Doctor Who, and Sherlock
And Sherlock.
had like some of the most insane people. And unfortunately, I was pretty much a big part. A big part of my life at that point was Sherlock and a little bit of Doctor Who.
Oh my
And
God.
now it's back. So we're back in the zone.
Yeah, I see
Doctor
all
Who,
the
can't wait.
fan
But
cams.
so
So
this is the
excited.
person who led me into Doctor Who. We
You're welcome.
watched the newer Doctor Who 2009,
Yeah,
right?
the reboot. Yeah, 2009.
Yes, the reboot. Yeah. I think we both quit around the old David Capaldi, right?
Peter Capaldi. Yeah.
Peter Capaldi. I think we both
Louis
quit.
Capaldi's dad. Fun
What?
fact.
Nepotism, baby?
Nepotism baby.
Who isn't? Who isn't?
Literally, who isn't? I know. But yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm pretty. Then I went back for Jodie Whittaker, but I also didn't stick around for long. I was too depressed.
Mm, mm-mm.
Oh, to be fair, this is a new development, but Daredevil. I unfortunately have plunged deep into that fan base. Not fan base, but like it is a part of my life. I'll say that much.
I mean, it's something you're a fan of. Here's the thing.
Yeah, and
This
I'm
is
trying to
where
recruit
my
Mustafa to go in with me, but they're
here's
not.
where my
being responsive.
shelteredness comes into play. When like everyone in their preteens and early teens was watching these shows, I was still watching Disney. No, we're not. I was still watching Disney. So all I knew was like At Farm. All I knew was Good Luck
Great
That's so
television.
Charlie.
even. Hannah Montana.
All the Disney
I was
shows.
watching it late on NBC3. You're lucky to
Up-
get it firsthand.
Up until Dog with a
You should be
Blog,
grateful.
I was in Disney. And I did love
Yeah.
Dog with a Blog. People give it shit because it's so weird. Like, what's it called? It's a weird show. It's a weird concept. But the show
Amazing.
itself,
It is
It was an
pretty
amazing show.
abstract.
I
I'll say
enjoyed
that
it.
much.
I'd say like I was watching Disney Channel up until like 2015, 16, that era. So like when
Yeah.
everyone was watching PLL, Hunger Games, I remember when Hunger Games like was a big thing. I thought it was like,
Mm.
I remember thinking, wow, like what is this insane game? I thought it was like a game on iTunes that everyone is playing. Not iTunes, the Apple Store. That's what I thought. I did not know they were movies.
No, I was in the trenches. I was.
And here's the thing, because I was friends with Mustafa, that meant when a new movie came out, I went to see it. So I think I watched Mockingjay Part 1.
Yeah.
Or two.
Yeah,
I think
Did you
part
not watch
one.
Catching Fire?
it was one. We
I
watched
watched-
one together.
I watched Mockingjay Part 1. That's it. That's all I watched. So I was there for the Hanging Tree era. Was that the Hanging Tree?
I wasn't.
Yes.
Hanging
And
Tree.
I don't remember which Twilight movie we watched, but we watched it together, and that's the only Twilight movie I watched.
I think it was
So the-
Breaking Dawn Part 2.
The last one. Probably makes
Yeah.
sense.
I think it was the one with the fight scene.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
last
the one I
Part two.
remember. That's the one I
The
remember.
whole
Cinematic masterpiece, by the way.
The
I
only
love
thing I've
that scene
seen.
so much.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you guys have any closing thoughts? Considering we've veered into multiple territories today.
Hmm. I feel like I could have
Did you hear
gone.
any of that?
I feel like we could have gone into like the sports because recently, like I'll just say it quickly. Like a month ago, I went to a football game with my uncle and my brother. The things that I saw there, I'm like, you guys are all just stands because but when the match was over, our team lost. Our team, I don't care. A guy, like literally the players left, the ref left. This guy was still cussing out the ref, saying he was bribed, and he was yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs. And at that moment, I knew that I did not belong there. What is going on?
Fair.
This,
No, I'm just adjusting my seating. Sorry.
yeah, there's
I get
nothing
what you're
going on
saying.
behind the scenes. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I feel like it's relevant for the topic. Are you guys gonna stop fighting now?
No.
Oh no.
Simply no.
I have to say that I feel like we haven't given this topic an entirely deserving platform. I feel like there are definitely some more things we could have talked about, but that's fine. Comes with the territory,
I
you
think we
know,
got excited. I think we got
as
excited.
organic as possible. So we don't want to like have
The way
this
we're gonna continue this conversation
structure.
after we stop the recording.
So as much as we would love to be able to, we just wanted to keep this more organic and natural, you know, talk about things that we want to talk about rather than prepare things that we want to talk about, you know, giving you actual
Yes.
insight, opinions on these things. I had a lot of fun today, and
Yes.
Batu, do you have anything you'd like to say?
No.
I have something
I'm
I would like to
fine.
say. Okay.
Yes, Mama.
This is advice for everyone that is watching, all 66 of you
Oh.
or 67. If you are on
67.
Stan Twitter, please
Get out.
no. I mean, if you still want to support the artist or like be included in that fan base, it does not have to, it's never that serious. These people do not know you, they don't care about you. I mean, they care about you as much as they can, I would say.
They care about you as much as
as
you
they
pay
can,
them.
as much as you pay them. It's never that serious. You don't need to get into fights with other people because most likely the person you're supporting is just as horrible. Maybe not just as horrible, but like you don't know them on a personal level, so never get that deeply invested in it. And
Hey, Swifties, Taylor
fun.
Swift has been taking 3-minute private jet flights to get to places.
Yes.
She is not the Earth Queen you think she is. You can enjoy music, but acknowledge that.
I remember when she announced Midnight and the album cover, and someone was like, one thing about Taylor Swift, she's gonna release carbon
Release
dioxide?
carbon emissions.
Carbon emissions. So funny. But yeah, it's about things you like. It's not about people you hate. So just support the people you like and move on with your life.
And have fun. Have fun.
Yeah.
These platforms that come so easy to you by birthright at this point. We didn't have them back then. We used to silently enjoy these things and have to actively seek out people who enjoy them as well. So just have fun. The internet is supposed to be a place where you get to discover so many things and enjoy so many things and form communities, enjoying these things together, discussing them, theorizing about them. Have fun. You actually don't have to be hostile. I promise you.
Period,
I promise
slay mama.
No
I'm
one
not gonna
is
come to
above
your house
criticism.
and hug you for defending her on Twitter because someone said they did not like a particular song. Breathe, mom.
Yes. This will do nothing because they are insane.
The conclusion is they will not fuck you. Basically.
Is that
Or
what they
pay
want?
you.
Or pay you?
Maybe. Or pay you. Or
Never
give you
know.
like no one is above criticism. You're gonna eventually figure out that most of these people are morally questionable, like we all are.
Yeah.
Don't
You
give
know
it
the
too much of your
people-
time and attention. You will be let down.
The people with the best
Most
fan
likely.
bases are usually the smaller artists. So Flo, they have a pretty good fan base
I
because
know.
like what else? Chloe and
It
Halle. I
hasn't
don't
gone
know.
crazy yet.
Dove Cameron, Megan Trainor, Carly Rae
To be
Jepsen.
fair,
Megan Trainor,
Yeah.
her fans, what they've been doing in the meet and greets, leave that woman alone.
Yeah, you're directing your weird energies at the artist. Usually the fans do that to other people. Don't do that to the artist. You're going to alienate them even more. Do you want to end up with a Beyonce who releases one album every 5 years? Is that what you guys want?
So like just go to the meet and greet, hug her, say how much you love her. Don't tell her to say Blackpink's names and
say
tell
thank you for
them,
saving my life
tell
or
her
whatever.
they're your cousins or sing.
All about that bass.
Oh yeah, that singing was horrible. Horrible singing.
The medley?
The medley was literally so
I know. No, it was cute.
no, it was horrible. It was so
It was
uncalled
pretty
for. It was so
horrible.
uncalled
It was a
for.
good try.
It was
You
uncomfortable.
harmed Megan Trainor.
I think
When she
the whole
cried
It will be
Blackpink
there.
for my
dealt with.
cousins is way more.
But
Anywho,
I love this Megan resurgence. Like I love this for her.
Good for her, honestly. She
I-
deserves it. She's such a wonderful
She's
artist.
so
he
cute,
you,
yeah.
he you the Spy Kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And support
Is
small
there-
businesses. Never forget to support small businesses.
Like
That is-
Flo.
100%.
Like Flo, like Carly Rae Jepsen. I didn't listen to her album yet, but Mahmoud played a song in the car yesterday and it was pretty good. So I am looking
Be
forward.
hearing that hopefully from you, the title of that song. And with that, guys, we would like to thank you so much for watching. This video is shorter, which means hopefully we'll have a higher view time. Once again, I would like to thank my co-hosts for joining me on this wonderful adventure.
Okay, I
And
found
I-
her name. The YouTuber that was attacked by the Barbs is Kimberly Nicole Foster. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And thank you, Abdurrahman. Thank you, Batul. This was
Smokes.
Bam.
Bam.
And hopefully we'll see you guys next week with another music review. And if not, we'll see you the week afterwards with another podcast.
Yes.
Good.
Bye.
Ciao.